another stupid.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? And welcome to Alone Together Pittsburgh. We are streaming at you live from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Here we are in episode 131 of this little pandemic talk show. We started back in March when the shelter-in-place order came down. And we've been doing it ever since that first day, 3-4 days a week. And I believe this is week... What week is
43!
43. I almost said 33. This is great. 43 weeks we've been doing this. How many weeks in a year, Dave?
I have no idea. That's math. I don't do that.
I understand. And if you don't know, that's Dave Mansueto. He's the voice in the booth. I pointed like we're even in the same neighborhood right now, but we're not. But we are in the 412 area code. There's me. Okay. So anyway, thank you for joining us. A couple of things. To let you know, a little bit of housekeeping. Below me, right here, you'll see our little Venmo ticking across the screen. It is at TogetherPGH. If you have the means to kick in a couple of bucks for the show, we would greatly appreciate it. The money goes directly to the artists involved with the show on any night. So if it's at TogetherPGH, Venmo, and PayPal. If that's too much to remember, you can go to our website, TogetherPGH.com, and get that rolling. It has been a crazy... Explain Robbie Robot. I don't know. But Dave, are you changing my name again?
Nope.
Okay, good. Okay, so apparently I'm Robbie Robot right now. We'll figure this out later. So anyway, a couple of things here right now. We've got a great show lined up for you tonight. We've got Sarah Shaffer is going to be here from Tina's Corner Store and Bar. And it's also Thursday night, so you know it wouldn't be a Thursday night without a little visit from Kate Romane finding out what Kate ate. So we're going to get to that a little bit later on in the show as well. But there's other things to talk about before we get to that. Couple of things. We'll start with like the morbid shit because it's a pandemic and that's why we're still doing this. 52 weeks in a year. Thank you very much. Now we're 10 weeks away from a full calendar year. That's crazy. The reason we're doing this is because of COVID-19, obviously, and how it's kind of affected all of us. Just as a heads up, today's COVID numbers in Allegheny County were 664. So that's down a couple hundred from yesterday. So I can't say it's trending in the right direction because things tend to be seesawing here, and we're about to get some New Year's bump in the tail end of Christmas. So hopefully everyone locked it down, but this is a reminder to keep wearing your masks. It's, politics is pretty much dead right now. Let's just get real. Let's get through this thing. Put your mask on. Keep washing your hands. Keep social distancing. Don't be a jag. Just put on a mask. What would Bruce Springsteen say about that,
Put
Dave?
on a fucking mask.
That's the boss.
I'm hot. I got my coffee in me. I'm
my-
quick.
I cannot believe
Quick with the pickup.
how quick you are throwing these things off.
Too quick.
If you've ever watched the show before, you realize nothing's planned. But Dave makes it seem like we actually have a script to follow for the show, and I thank him for that. But before I get to that, I was going to drop some like random sponsors out of order just to see if Dave could fly with it. But I will talk about a little thing we've been cooking here, okay? We've been cooking something here since the beginning of this pandemic, since March, when March Madness was canceled. We came up with our Pittsburgh-centric bracket poll, and we called it the Jagoff poll, the Engine House 25 Winery Jagoff poll to be exact. But I'll tell you right now, we have a big one going here. It's the finals. This is it. The winner takes all. There is no tomorrow. If you've been watching, I mean, basically this thing started in March. We had 64 teams in the big Jagoff poll, and then we had another like 100 and some going against each other to get into the Jagoff poll. This has been a long story. We'll go over it all tomorrow. But Dave, let's do a check-in. What's going on? Tell them who the finals are between.
I'm sick of this crap. Jagoff, we've been doing this for too dang long. Kurt Angle versus the cookie table. You can never let nothing go, Pittsburgh, can you, with your goddamn cookie table versus Kurt Angle. You know, Kurt Angle, if he had a wedding, he would have a pizza table. Protein pizza. The man he doesn't suffer cookies, especially crappy cookies. He'll put them in the crab claw. He'll bend you over the fence. He'll knock you out of the ring. He'll hang you around by your hair, smack you in the face, give you the stunner like Stone Cold Steve Austin. Kurt Angle, this is Dave Mansueto, and I'm calling you out. It's time for you to show up for the Alone Together Pittsburgh program. We've been doing God's work over here, Kurt Angle, so it's time for you to show up and take your throne, take your crown. If you're gonna knock out the cookie table, I wanna see it happen in real life, Kurt Angle. I'm sick of all your smack talking. It's time to do what you gotta do. 2021, no more fooling around. Kurt Angle, you know where we live. Bring it!
Okay, so you have it there. That's going on. How's the votes going? That was
They're
supposed to be
good.
a
They're doing
check-in.
good, I think.
That is good. That is good as your intro there. This is great. I don't know what's going to happen when the Jagoff poll. Now, when we say the Jagoff poll, I want to reiterate here: we love every contestant.
We love
it
Kurt
is a
Angle.
term of endearment. We are
love
fans
Kurt
of Kurt Angle. We all are feeling this. So that's all.
I love you, Kurt Angle.
Just be clear here. But Dave, tell me about it. Click that
608
button.
votes. 608 votes in 20 days. Kurt Angle's back on top. Cookie table pulled ahead yesterday. Kurt Angle is back on top with 58%. Man, are we going to wrap it tomorrow? We're threatening. You guys are threatening.
Let's just see. I mean, we should end this tomorrow unless it's too close to call. Pete, what do you think?
Pete said he wants this crap to be over with, too.
No. Pete's saying he wants it to stretch out until next month. Did you just say that? Next month? Wow, that's kind of crazy. Even for you, that's ambitious. Man, he loves it.
43 weeks, he hasn't figured out how his microphone works yet.
I can't understand why I just keep on talking for him. All right, so anyway, you're unmuted, buddy. Pete Spindle, ladies and gentlemen. The eye in the sky. Tippy Canoe, having a conversation with other people. All right, so we're gonna try to end this thing tomorrow with some fanfare and ballyhoo, but we'll have to see how it goes. I mean, it's been a seesaw battle. If it's in the 50 percentile, instead of having a runoff election, we'll just keep it going. We'll keep it going till Wednesday. But that's only if it gets close, and that's up to you, the voting public. So get your vote on, folks. I thought you thought it was over. You thought you were done voting in November? Nah, man. The Jagoff polls here. But before I do that, I want to tell you a little bit about the sponsor of the Jagoff poll, Engine House 25 Winery. They're located right there where the Strip District meets Lawrenceville and Doughboy Square, 3339 Penn Avenue. It's also home to the Roberto Clemente Museum. They've got a fantastic selection of wines there. All the wines are made, like hand-pressed, made, bottled down the pipe in Lawrenceville, but obviously the grapes do not come from there. They come from everywhere from Napa to Chile, everywhere in between. They come in refrigerated box trucks. They're then hand selected, and then the process starts. They do all their labels in-house. They've got 8 or 9 different reds, from blends to regular wine. It's killer. They also have a Sangiovese that's off the chain. They've got lots of different wines. They've got reds, they've got whites. But if the cool thing is, if you tell them that you found out about them from Alone Together Pittsburgh, you'll get $5 off per bottle. That's $5 per bottle off for saying you found out about them on Alone Together Pittsburgh. Go to eh25.com. You can find it out. They're also doing free delivery and curbside during the pandemic. So check them out. You cannot go wrong. Tony Soprano, the Chipmunk, is that's good. That's good. 5 bones off them. Tell him I sent you. Moopy. Anyway, that's great. So go to eh25.com. Now, Pete, I know you were on here and you left and whatever. Is there a in-show poll for tonight? Is there a Lil Jagoff poll for our viewing audience tonight to get in on? Are we doing something? Are we not? Okay, maybe we're not. We're not. Apparently, we're not having an in-show poll. We were thinking about having an in-show poll, and we might surprise you with one during the show. But Amanda, Bally what now? I have no idea. Ballyhoo. We're having fun. It's a thing here.
Do you want to do one?
Yeah, let's do one.
I was thinking you said something about Twitter trolls. I was trying to figure out who are some good Twitter trolls to bring up.
Okay.
Other than the orange man who's been banned from Twitter.
Well, I guess he doesn't count now because he's not on Twitter indefinitely. But I think the Iron Sheik was pretty good.
Yeah, the Iron Sheik. I don't know who else to put on there.
Good.
Like, who's a good celebrity Twitter?
All right, you've got 5 minutes worldwide streaming web. Who are good celebrity trolls? I mean, do you want to go trolls?
Just like ridiculous people on Twitter.
Troll off.
Okay, troll off. The Iron Sheik is a very good option on that. It's very funny.
Yeah.
If you got anything else out there, let me know, folks. We're gonna put this thing together here shortly. We're gonna do it on the fly because Dave does not have enough to do. It's going on here. Twitter itself is the troll. They never should have that platform as long as they did. Okay, all right. So we're talking politics there. I understand. I feel you, Jason. But what we're looking for is like the fun side. We're gonna go with the fun side, right? Like, or not. If it's upsetting people, we'll just drop it. But I think I've talked enough. I think, there's a lot going on in the world, but you don't need to hear about it from me. You got other places to do that. What we want to talk about is what's going on in Pittsburgh, right? And there's something really awesome happening right now at Tina's. You can't beat it. Okay, so Sarah Schaefer's going to be here tonight with us. She's going to come out here right now. Tina's, which used to be Tea Bags, now it was Tina's, and now it is going through another transformation. Tina's Corner Store and Bar. They've got a killer bottle shop. I've been dying to talk to her to find out about this. Let's bring her out here. Is Sarah available?
Hi,
hey.
Everyone. I'm in the bottle shop.
You are in the bottle shop, and you have probably, you might be in the top 5 best backgrounds of any guest we've had on the show.
Because I'm a lady, I know what I'm doing.
Yeah. What can you do here? Like, what can you
I
do
was
here?
actually looking at your wood paneling, and I was like, okay, like I'm a girl for wood paneling. You've been to my bar,
Love it.
so I had much respect for what I saw there.
All right, well, I can end there. We're good for the night here. I'm feeling. So anyway,
That's Pittsburgh, right? Wood paneling.
I agree fully,
We love it.
wholeheartedly. I know I do. I have a theater company, and everyone makes fun of me because like all the sets tend to be wrapped in wood paneling.
I mean, it's a homogenous thing there. It's
Makes
very
it work.
Southwest Pennsylvania.
I agree. But anyway, so tell me a little bit about Tina's and the shift here with it, where it's not just an amazing bar anymore.
I mean, it's still an amazing bar.
Yeah,
Always.
just.
Yeah, but we've added, definitely added another layer, and it's been a happy addition for us. Full transparency, the natural wine and world spirits theme was something that was actually going to be in the second location on Ellsworth Avenue, which unfortunately is not happening. Fortunately, not fortunately. So it was something that was already in our brains. And last year just really kind of gave a natural platform for it. So as you can see in this photo, the pool table is well and sound. It's in storage, so nobody fear.
Okay.
I actually tried without luck to get the new skateboard shop next door to put it in there. And they're like, we don't have the space, which is totally fair. And then there's a brand new film lab done down the street also, which is really exciting. And they're like, we also don't have room. So I was trying to put it somewhere on the street so that people could still use it, but to no avail. So it's in storage, safe and sound. And
You'll find a home for it.
It's probably going to go in my home, to be really honest with you. So, but yeah.
Will you leave the light fixture?
The light fixture is there. It is still here. Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
there's Kate hiding
behind our double magnum of natural bubbles.
People who watch the show on Thursdays will know that Kate Romane had a WHT K8 segment that was also at Tina's.
Yeah. So biodynamic, natural wine, organic focus. That is all that we'll carry in the regards to wine, and definitely what we're starting to explore with regards to spirits. And yeah, the back area has been transformed and redesigned, and it's a market.
Right. So officially, when did you open Tina's?
Officially, November of 2017.
So you didn't have that long. You had a couple of years before this.
It was our quintessential third year of business, and an exciting one too. Tina's was successful, very excitingly so.
And as well, it should have been. It was awesome.
Yeah,
it still is. You know what I mean?
Like as a young entrepreneur, definitely like one of my more aggressive take-ons. It was really exciting to see the level of success that it was received, both in a community level and then also like financially in a business perspective. It was successful. So yeah, definitely kind of a bummer of a year. And then at our 3-year mark is when I actually pulled tarot cards that kind of told me like, give up the dream, stop trying to fight this battle to keep this thing going that just isn't supported any longer by what's happening in our community, socially, all of it. Mm-hmm. And so it kind of just gave me that nudge to finally pull the cord and enact and go full on. So the bottle shop opened the day after Thanksgiving. So it was like a week after our 3-year anniversary that we made this full switch, which kind of feels organic in a way.
Yeah, I mean it's great, and also I mean you're thriving, and during the pandemic, it seems like the places that are thriving are the ones that are open to collaboration, right? And I know that you guys you do lots of different inspiring pivot, says Amanda Blair Kieran.
Thank you.
But yeah, I know you guys. I mean. You guys are totally open to collaboration. You work with lots of different groups from everywhere.
I specifically focus when I approach partnerships, number one, and these none of which are more important than other. These are just subcategories. But
Obviously.
things that I look for are individuals who don't have a liquor license, who don't have that element of alcohol to be driving sales and to be driving revenue to their business in that way. So I look for businesses and companies that I can complement what they are offering with what I'm offering. I also look for minority-owned, women-owned businesses. That's a huge focus for me. And then secondarily, it's community. I make a really big point to stick with businesses that are either located in Bloomfield or have affiliation with Bloomfield. I think, don't get me wrong, I live in Lawrenceville, I've lived in Shadyside. I love the city of Pittsburgh, and I love that all of the neighborhoods have to offer, but I think Bloomfield is one that's really special. I keep tongue-in-cheek referring to it as bespoke Bloomfield. There are so many actual small businesses that exist in our business districts here that are 100% authentic small business, and that's really special. And I like celebrating that.
Yeah, I love Bloom. I lived there for 6 years. I love it, and I've missed it pretty much since I left, honestly.
Yeah, there's some great houses over here too. Like if you've been walking, I shouldn't say that too loud.
Too many people are going to be moving in there.
No, I'm going to ruin it.
Yeah. But yeah, and Bloomfield's gone through some changes too. But I mean, but from and you kept the tea bags mural up on the wall.
Are you kidding me? I bought fucking tea bags.
That's so great. I mean, it's
tea bags forever. Like, there's so many reasons why that mural means more to me. It's like beyond just saying authentic to the community, but like when I opened the skateboard shop next door, we would have, artists come through, like musical artists come through monthly, and I would always take everybody over bags after. We'd all get ripped on $50 and like have a great time. So when I had the opportunity to then buy it, it was like, this is insane, right? Like, hello. And it was so funny is that I actually put that sign on Craigslist, and I had a couple reach out to me, and they're like, can we please have this sign? We actually met at Teabags and we're married. And I'm like, oh my God, of course. And they came to pick it up, and it turned out that it was actually the sister of a former coworker of mine from when I was working at Siena Mercado. And that was my last job that I had worked before moving into ownership. So it was just also very succinct. It's like, these coincidences are too often infrequent for any of this.
No, that's awesome. Those are the kind of stories that I love, though, too.
Oh my God, it happens constantly here, and I don't know what forces it is that makes it, but it's just something that I absolutely love, and it keeps me like. It's easy when you're an owner to kind of like lose track or lose sight of what it is that you're doing or what it is you have. I mean, that's just by the nature of capitalism, wants you to lose sight of it and lose track of it. And just having those constant community-driven coincidences happening or just keep me so rooted here.
But so what do you have coming up?
Oh gosh. Well, I think, now that we've had a solid month of being, having this shift happen, and the community customers understand exactly what it is that we're doing, we're starting to just really like hone in on that concept of being a market and a bottle shop and grab and go and retail centric. I think that's really important. We are excitingly bringing and sourcing in specific products that from a global aspect, as well as bringing in local market items from Bitter Ends Garden and Spezzatura Cafe and Duncan Street. So there's going to be a lot more of a food presence here, and one that is geared towards the local community or just the greater city of Pittsburgh coming through and buying with trust, knowing that things are coming to them organic or specifically sourced with biodynamic organic practice in mind. Things are coming to them highly curated in the way of like these potato chips from Spain.
Tell me about these potato chips from Spain.
So I 2 years ago, 2019, had the pleasure of going to Croatia with the owner of Cantina and then also the owner of Spirit. We went to a music festival, and you fly right into London, and then you get into, once you get into Europe, we go wherever else you need to go. I had so much fun that I extended my trip by a week just to stay in London and just kind of like decompress. And the first 2 days in London, I did not leave my room, and I just ate from the minibar. And it was like bottles of champagne and these freaking potato chips that like I could never stop thinking about. They're delicious. They're from Spain. They have really exceptional flavors. I'm eating right now smoked paprika, which is like on a hotter side. They have an Iberian ham, black truffle, caviar.
Iberian ham and caviar chips.
I know. So, and that's what's exciting is we've also been able to source just everyday caviar and a really beautiful creme fraiche, and we have these potato chips. So the idea is that you come through, you grab the bag of chips, the caviar, the creme fraiche, you grab a bottle of natural bubbles, and you go home and you have yourself a great evening at home. If you can't have a great evening with us, please allow us the opportunity to curate a great evening for you at home. And you'll see more of that even like on our Instagram. I was talking with Kate a little bit earlier.
Yeah, actually, we're talking about food. Let's bring Kate in here. Let's have Kate Romane join us here. A little early taste of Kate Romane. Dave, can you bring in Kate if she's available? Or there she is.
Hi.
I know I think I can do both.
Oh my God.
I may or may not be an alien. It's not, we haven't decided yet. I'm definitely not from this planet.
Well, I don't know what you're.
This will be a shadow puppet of a dog.
Oh yeah.
And then
there's Snoopy.
Okay, yeah. Well, so before this is you. This is Snoopy.
At the farmer's market.
There you go.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
Yeah, I pull up in my little orange car, and
is that a Suzuki Samurai? What is that?
It's the JDM version of a Samurai. It's the Jimny, Jimny. It is turboed. It's like a fucking lawnmower engine with a walnut-sized turbo on it, and it screams.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
But it's my little work truck, and we have this little pop-up bar. My sister actually, who does not work at Tina's, but is Tina's daughter, my sister helps me out. So Tina's daughters are at the Bloomfield Farmers Market. We serve adult boozy coffee. This past week, we had a really beautiful all-natural organic spritz. We serve donuts by Bitter Ends. So yeah, it's a great way to engage without having to set foot in the bar, because I know that a lot of people are still, and rightfully so, the numbers are not dropping. So a lot of people are sensitive to not being in public spaces. So I think it's really nice for us to engage with our customers at the market.
That's great.
And it's fun. I have so much thinking fun there.
It's one of the best markets in farmers markets to begin with, but adding you with boozy coffee and some donuts. Oh, yes.
So I have an evil genius plan. This is a great place for me to ask. And please throw your opinions in the comments. But I feel like we should ask some local DJs to play music at the farmers market.
Yeah.
I'm trying to do that. Why not make grocery shopping fun?
Right?
If we Amazon, let's make grocery shopping fun.
Yeah, I mean the markets in LA are like that. You could just spend all day there. It's great.
Yeah, and Bloomfield has that energy of those bigger city, spending the day at the market, and the young people that run that market really do consider bringing in that level and element of fun, and you can see it there. So
maybe we should talk to our friends at Farm to Table Pittsburgh, Farm to Table PA, who's also a sponsor of the show here tonight. So we should go to their website when you need to, if you want to find out anything about farmers markets and who's going on where. Go to farmtotablepa.com. So anyway, hitting that segue and just moving along. Hey, and then we got
slow with that one. Slow. There's the image.
We'll talk about Farm to Table a little bit later. but it was just there. Dave talks about that farmers market like it's a party. I know Dave doesn't party much anymore.
Can I just say, Dave, seeing you and Sarah, and there's like a whole list of people that I absolutely love seeing there, but Dave and Sarah, you're a real highlight. You know how much I love you guys.
Right back at you.
We're secret real life friends. So
It's the most fun. It's the most fun, man. Farmers market in action. Tina's is there representing. Look at that. I mean, just let me put the picture back. The party. You bring the fun. Look at that.
That's great.
Really, like when I was in kind of the darkest months of the pandemic and having the opportunity to jump onto that market, it really gave me a space to finally let my hair down with regards to my business. It was just like, this is fun, you know, like I know it's stressful, but it's still a lot of fun. And it was so much fun to just engage with customers again.
Just to remind you why you're doing it.
Yeah, it really was. Plus,
Yeah.
I don't think I've never worked at Tina's. And I think that so many people until probably this year had no idea who the heck I was. They're just like, Tina? Yeah. But Tina's daughter, close.
But I thought that you and Kate might want to chat something about some of the products you're going to be selling in the new
Right now, it is fantastic. I'm a huge
I'm
fan.
so jealous. Guys, I'm so jealous. That wine is so good.
It's
And you're-
delicious. Everything I've had there has been so good.
Thank you. I have a great team. You know, like I have a great palate, but I also have a great team of people who bring a lot of their own palate into it. So you're getting a really great variety of three smart people who care a lot and have a lot of passion about wine and cocktails and food and just all of it. So it's
cocktails to go.
Yeah.
I've partaken in some of Tina's cocktails to go, and it was the first time that I felt normal. No, I'm serious, because like I've talked about this with Kate on the show before, but like my bartending skills, it's usually like two things.
Yeah.
Right. So it's just like it's like this, and then maybe like a juice, or just like straight neat rocks. That's about it. So I'd forgotten what it to have like an actual drink, a cocktail made by a fucking bartender, and I took a sip, and it was like one of those like washed over me like a wave moments.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I'm very proud of our to-go program from the very beginning. You know, like I understood and realized that to-go was going to be the only way that I can engage. And I said, if I'm going to do it this way, I'm going to do it 100% Tina's. I'm going to make sure that everything that leaves my building is recyclable or compostable. I'm going to make sure that everything that leaves my building is easy to engage with. So a lot of the cocktails that we make are immediately diluted so that you literally just pour over ice. You don't have to worry about shaking. You don't have to worry about stirring. You don't have those things at home. And then we also really focus on shelf stable, and so that can have a bottled cocktail in your fridge and it's there for 5, 6, 7 days. Like, we're not asking that you down this whole entire thing. Think about it like a bottle of wine. Have yourself a beautiful cocktail at the end of your night. Because I know a lot of people's engagement with alcohol has changed, and rightfully so. So, it's definitely choose your adventure with the Tina's products, and that makes me very proud. We also do the entire menu to go in a single format as well.
Amanda thinks that Tina should make a drink naked after me that includes watermelon juice, because that.
No, like why?
Okay. So, like, basically, if you take watermelon juice and you just throw some tequila in it, and then maybe even some mezcal, you're pretty much done.
Party.
You're pretty much done. Like that's basically that got me through a couple of months of this pandemic. Honestly.
This is a total off topic, but like in the same world. So 1,000,000 years ago, when I was the bartender at Bites and Brews, if anybody can remember that, right?
That era, yeah, I remember.
I loved that era. But Shady Side was really fun then. Rob Hurst and a bunch of other soba people, and Bites and Brews people. We rented a limo and went to Jack Johnson in Ohio in this beautiful, like I think it's called Blossom Theater, beautiful outdoor amphitheater. And Rob Hurst fucking made a huge watermelon stuffed with, and we were smacked.
anything that Hearst does.
Yeah, we're all
on the-
in a limo on the way to Jack.
I don't want to talk about, like, I have blackout times from the Mad Mex days when Rob was tending bar. So there's whole eras of my life.
I've had some. I'm sure people can talk about their blackout days at Bites and Brews with me.
Oh, I remember. I remember a couple of them. It's all coming back to me. I had forgotten until you said that. I was like, oh shit, yeah, okay, I remember.
Yeah, there's
now.
always some like crazy Japanese car parked in front, and I was like in there.
So you're into Japanese cars, though. That's a thing.
Yeah, that was probably my first on the books business. Was Most Wanted Imports. I've been importing cars for a long time. Oddly enough, yeah. If there's a couple of right-hand drive cars around the city that are not mine, but I've brought in a lot of really notable cars into our country.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
I had no idea. That is.
yeah. I'm a weird one. There's some like weird things going on in my life.
Dave, Mansueto, what do you drive?
It's Suzuki. It's not as cool as Sarah's Suzuki.
Suzuki, so that's the second one you've owned.
He has both?
Two Suzuki SX4s designed by the Ital Design Studio. He's the guy that made the VW Rabbit, I think. No, the Golf. He made the original Golf, and the DeLorean. He designed the DeLorean. Also did the Suzuki SX4.
So you have a time machine, is what you're telling me.
I'm just trying to make it be cool when I know it's hideously nerdy. That's all.
Well, you kept one for.
Nerdy as you bought two in a row.
I think he kept one for parts, Sarah.
Really? Okay, now I co-sign this, so that's very smart. Okay, I'm here on that.
Dave, is that true?
It's a donor car.
It's a donor car. Okay, it's basically he's got one for parts.
One's gonna eat the other one. I'm gonna cry, but it's car Darwinism.
Wow, Darwinism.
I had that happen with fish when I was a kid. One fish ate the other fish. They were piranhas.
Oh.
So, shit happens. Piranhas. Anyway. Sarah, I don't want to keep you all night. I'm sure you just finished a shift and you want to do it. But you can hang all night if you want to. Kate's going to talk about some takeout. Let's chime in.
Yeah, if you've got takeout, we can chat about. I love talking about food.
This is good. So let's hang. So now let's shift gears a little bit here. We're going to talk to Kate Romane in her segment 5 minutes. What Kate ate with Kate Romane. That's right.
That's good. That was so good.
Subtle and smooth.
The holidays messed me up a little bit this time. I was eating at home. I was just eating cookies.
You were just eating cookies?
I mean, I ate so many. I'm still eating cookies. It's like I'm stress eating, but yeah, I ate a lot of cookies.
What's your go-to cookie? Christmas cookie.
Go-to Christmas cookie? I like
any cookie. Go-to cookie.
Pecan. They're like a pecan ball. It's wrapped in or like covered in powdered sugar.
Oh, I know those. Okay.
I never used to make those. I am a sucker. I'll eat those all night. But right now I'm into. They're called the.
That sounds like a good name for cookies.
Mix match. They're literally called like mix match creams or something. Like they just gave up. They're from Whole Foods. Like I feel like they just were like, I don't know. It's like it's like a mixed match cream. Let's just call it that. Like they just ran out of ideas. It's an Oreo cookie based. Like an Oreo, but Whole Foods brand that has a vanilla side and a chocolate side, and there's cream in the middle. I can't stop. Yesterday during that bonanza on Washington.
Oh God.
I stressed out in bed. I was like,
I didn't know where I was, man. It was rough. And we still have some cookies, some Christmas. If you want to come by, we got some Christmas cookies left. We made a shitload of cookies. Having a pandemic 2-year-old, like, you know what I mean? Like so we're going to shift from, Dave doesn't want us talking about cookies anymore, apparently.
That's cookies.
Those are cookies, man.
Are those cookies?
Hey, man, those are cookies, man. Look at those cookies right there.
Where are those cookies from? Those are some delicious cookies. I thought I was looking at like pita and like some tzatziki sauce.
That's when you wake up in bed and you pull the covers away and you're like, whoa, what happened over here?
Oh no, it's so true. So true.
So
cookies, intentional bed cookies.
Intentional bed cookies. Okay. What is on the bottom? What is that? What is the white? That's milk. Okay. All right.
Milk, man.
Is it 2 glasses of milk?
Yeah, I was sharing my cookies with them. Like,
Aw.
Well, I get that, but like, who was the one that got the early dipping mug? Because that mug looks like you could fit the whole cookie in, whereas that cup, that other glass,
Yeah.
you'd have to break that cookie in half for the dipping.
so Emma drinks like actual milk, like that. That little girl like fucking drinks
She drinks some
milk.
fucking actual milk.
So she at that the small glass is actually a very tall glass with a smaller mouth, and then there is a dipping cup. You are correct. There's a mug.
All right, so lots of cookies. In a nutshell, we made a lot of cookies. We still have some left over.
Okay.
But it's been like seriously a part of like there's 5 cookies a day minimum since a week before Christmas, and that we're still not going. There's just cookies all day.
Yeah, I'm the same. Like I'm eating cookies with Black Rush. I'm just eating cookies. I don't know, and just snack food, which is disgusting. But
Did you have a chance? Did you have a chance?
I did. I
Okay.
got some takeout from Two Sisters in
Where?
Two Sisters Vietnamese
You
and
broke up. Sorry.
Two Sisters Vietnamese on Highland Avenue. Do you know what I'm talking about? Am I breaking up?
I know
Yeah.
you're good. Two Sisters. It says it on the screen there. We're good. What Kate ate?
It was fucking awesome.
Yeah, they're good.
So good.
Yeah.
We got the chicken beef. We got some lemongrass chicken. I mean, I forgot to take the picture until I had already like obviously gotten into it. I couldn't help myself.
You were like, the first time it's not cookies. I'm just gonna.
Yeah, I just got in there. Anyway, but what was really so delicious are their spring rolls. The veggie ones. I mean, just actual vegetables. It felt good to eat.
I can imagine.
Yeah, and they had a really, you can call up. Menu's kind of hard to find. They don't have a website, so I just looked up an image of their menu online. Called. They have the order right there for you to walk in. They are doing some in-house dining. They had tables spread out. Everybody was wearing a mask. Yeah, they had a bunch of to-go bags ready to go. So they're moving food. They're really pleasant. It was awesome.
That's fantastic.
Yeah.
Good stuff. Lemongrass. I'm a fan.
Huge fan.
Yeah. So
I would
Sarah?
recommend. We've got. I'm looking at it right now. We have a liter of Gruner Veltliner from Austria.
I want it.
Vaginal. It's beautiful. I like when I saw that photo. I'm like, that's exactly what I want to drink with that.
I love Gruner.
And I love that it's in a liter. I brought that in specifically in the hopes that the skateboarders next door would just buy liters of wine and drink them and skateboard. And I'm like, yes, I have this dream of that. It is. They're slowly but surely.
Just keep working. It will become a reality.
Yeah, I'm like,
If-
you guys
if-
drink this natural wine, you'll skate better. It's so good for you.
If you will it, it is no dream.
But yeah, I saw that, and all I thought was I'm staring at this Gruner, and I'm like, that's all I want right now.
Now I kind of want that Gruner.
I'm a huge fan, so I spent dark secret. I have to get my hair straightened because I'm Eastern European, and my hair is very curly naturally.
Really?
So I go to the salon right next door, Bloom, who also practices sustainable. They're very big on recycling and things. So I was sitting in the chair for 6 hours getting my hair straightened, and we ordered from Two Sisters right next door, and their food is always so good. Yeah.
All right, so you made a sale on Gruner because I'm going to be rolling around. I seek out Gruner.
Really?
No, I'm not bullshitting. I love it. Speaking about seeking something out,
Hello.
let's talk about my dude here.
Yeah, he's snoring in the back. I'm sure you guys can hear him.
Nothing beats that snore from the pre-show. I mean, that video that you sent of the snack, that was amazing. I kind of almost want to record it and play it as a sleep track for people to fall asleep to.
Oh my God.
No, it becomes that. It's so reliable. the snore, the snack snore is so reliable. It is like
So
I have snoring dogs. It lulls me right to sleep. Like their little like snoring breaths. I'm like, yes, perfect.
that's what I'm saying. Like, we can make some money there. I think that's what we got to do. Snacks is the franchise. Dave, play it for me. I just, you see, it's cute when Snacks does it.
Animal break.
But if that was me, I'd get my ass kicked. But amazing. All right, so Kate,
Yeah.
did you venture anywhere else from your cookie craze?
Actually, I went to where Bitter Ends is selling when they're not selling at Tina's. They sell at Gina's Green Market in Bloomfield.
We love Gina.
We love Gina.
Yeah.
And Emma picked up a little tiny apple pie for us, and it was super good. That Becca had made. That was fantastic. I know I've been eating a lot of sweets. I'm ready to. I've got to change this. Like everything has to like.
It's weird. I mean, also tell me if you did you get to take any time off, Kate, during the holidays?
For the
How many-
first time, I think since I've been like probably 17, I took the week between Christmas and New Year's. The radish was still going, awesome. My staff just held it together while we were still doing deliveries. But I went down to Maryland and hung out and tried
Just
to recharge.
unplugged. Yeah. Sarah, did you get any time off?
Yes and no.
Okay.
I hope I don't shoot myself in the foot for this one, but I had a really great Christmas. I think I'm in a safe space to say this as a creative. I got to eat mushrooms, which was a really good vacation.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So it was nice to kind of like just mentally check out and kind of dive into that creative side. And it was really necessary because it definitely like cleared some pathways for some exciting thinking for the new year.
Can imagine, because I know a lot of people have been not realizing how hard they've been grinding since this pandemic, and it's been like a nonstop, and everybody seems to be working a lot harder for way less. And just trying to keep things alive. Everyone's pivoting, everyone's shifting, everyone's collaborating, everyone's trying to do what they can to get this rolling. And I feel like this Christmas or New Year's, however you want to look at it, was probably the first time that people shut it down for 72 hours. Mm-hmm. And I feel like this Monday was just so hard to get the engine going again.
Yeah. And for the first time ever, because I've always been someone who like would never give myself that excuse. I not only gave myself the excuse, but also gave everybody else the excuse. Like this was just a weird year. Like we had a few things drop on shipment and I'm like, normally I would have been so mad. And I'm like, for what? Like,
Yeah.
And I will say that that's been really refreshing because it was definitely not a fantastic trait of mine to be such a workaholic. Like there has to be that balance, especially if you work in such a passion-driven field. Like you have to have that balance, or it really the pendulum starts to just go.
I mean, if you've got your own business, it's
I mean, I literally had to get a mouth guard. I now sleep with a mouth guard.
Were you grinding?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's just like you and everyone else. Here's your new mouth guard. I'm like, hey, let's do
Yeah,
that.
man. I had the I was waking up and the jaw was like
My
in some
teeth
serious
were
shit.
Yeah. And it
killing
hurts.
me. My front teeth were just, and he's like, yeah, you're grinding your teeth away. So
Yeah.
I'm almost ground through an Invisalign nighttime thing right now. I should probably get the real deal. What am I looking at here?
That was the Christmas timpano.
Yeah, I want to talk to you about this, Kate.
Okay,
And
how'd I do, babe?
I meant to like make several social media posts about this, but you are a wicked fucking sorceress because that thing was amazing, and your holiday spread was for kings. I mean, it was like it literally every single part. There was so much of it in that box. Look at this thing. I have pictures too. I should send pictures. I don't take pictures of food. I took pictures of this timpano.
Wow.
These don't even do it justice. It was.
Wow.
I pulled out the fancy knife to cut it, You know what I mean? Like we sat at a table. You know what I mean? So this pandemic, we've just been animals, just eating everywhere. This thing was
cool.
this was the piece. Everything was amazing, right? Your charcuterie. I mean, your board was nuts. But this right here was everything, and I ate. We ate the whole thing, obviously.
That's awesome.
But it took 2 days because it was
dense.
just. It was dense. I got through almost half of it in the first night, and I felt it. It hit you like lead, boom. You know what I mean? But what a way to go. I mean,
What am I looking at? Tell me. I'm dead right now. I'm dying over here.
It's
Kate,
called
take it.
timpano.
Okay.
And I mean, really, it's just like a grandmother's leftover pie, but it's the star of that movie Big Night. They are making this for the guy the reviewer that's going to show up, and it's just so like Christmas Eve, right? You're just like anticipating waiting. So we did it as Christmas Eve dinner.
So what am I looking at? I see. Was that pasta on the bottom? Is that
Yes.
egg?
We took fresh pasta and like you put it in. You start to layer it where it's like it's rigatoni and sauce,
Yeah.
and then it was pepperoni,
Yeah.
and then there was sopressata.
and some sausage.
And then sausage, yeah, and meatballs and eggs and spinach and cheese, and then you wrap the pasta around it and bake it for fucking ever.
Yeah, and then even just to heat it up took 2 hours, right? It was like it was.
This is like
It was-
325 for days.
It was like literally, I made a Thanksgiving turkey in less time than it took to reheat this bad boy.
I mean, like, yeah, you gotta like. I'm floored. Wow.
It was worth it.
Cheers, ma'am. Cheers.
It was amazing. I don't know how. Like, I want it now because I'm looking at it again here. But like, I do have like, I will have photographs before. Maybe I could text them to Dave. I don't know if I
Reminds
find.
me, and like, please take this with like the utmost respect because I love Big Jim's with all of my heart.
Totally.
Right? It's like you've taken your entire Big Jim's meal and like put it into a pie.
Did you have chicken parm in there? Was that chicken parm in there? Because
I've taken people to Big Jim's in the Rhine. I'm like, listen, Bae, I got you.
the chicken or veal parm.
The pizza, just the pizza.
The Reuben. Okay.
In fact,
So
actually, you'll love this, Patrick. I went to Big Jim after a show at it was the one, Dave, that you were in at Bare Bones Theater. We went to Big Jim's after.
oh, nice. That's awesome. I hope it was it which show was it that Dave was in? Was it the Rules of Seconds? Does Dave have a boot?
Yeah.
All right. Was this play?
Yeah. Yes, it was.
Okay. All right. Good. That was a perfect play to go to Big Jim's after.
Yeah. Yeah.
That was
Yeah.
great. Damn.
I like
Dave.
that Snacks was also in the play, just by the way.
Yeah.
Oh shit, man. Yeah, that was Dave. You are fast on the draw tonight too, by the way. Like
The caffeine's wearing off, though. We're getting in trouble.
Well, we're close. We're close to the witching hour on the show.
No,
But
you
yeah,
guys are grooving. Keep grooving.
But Kate, seriously, okay, Sarah, you need to see the movie The Big Night.
Well, yeah. I'm like, where do I write this down at? Because
Just the big night. It's Stanley Tucci.
Stanley Tucci.
Yeah, it's just amazing. Stanley Tucci's like one of my favorite actors, period. But like this one might be my favorite. It's a total simple, slow-moving movie. It's set in the 50s. Is it the 50s? I
Well, I'm
think
gonna
it's the 50s.
watch it tonight.
It's fun. It's a fun movie.
It's
too.
a fun movie. I got a special. I actually saw that movie at the theater with my grandma.
Really? Oh my god.
Yeah,
Which
my
theater?
grandma, my aunt, my mom.
Do you remember which theater?
Squirrel Hill Theater.
So is it like the Manor, like still there?
Yeah.
Because there's so many beautiful theaters that are no longer around. Like,
Tell me
beautiful
about it.
theaters.
I tried to save the garden. That didn't go well for me.
Yeah, well, that's another conversation.
Yeah. All right. Anyway, I like the theaters, but I mean, yeah. So the Big Night is just awesome. It's so simple. And what's the guy's name? Mark Anthony, the musician. He's got like 3 lines, and he gets top billing on the. Have you like? I showed Eileen. My wife had never seen it. So I was like, you got to watch this movie to get ready for this timpano. Like, basically, I could have actually showed her the whole movie while we were waiting for it to heat up. But twice. but to watch it again, I hadn't seen it in a decade, right? And I was like, holy shit, this movie's fantastic. But like, it was on Amazon Prime. I went to find it, right? And there it was. And it was like Mark Anthony, Stanley Tucci, Tony Shalhoub. And I'm like, Mark Anthony has 3 lines, but I guess he was, I guess Amazon Prime's trying to get to a certain demographic.
Yeah.
But Isabella Rossellini, yes, Mrs. M is amazing in that. And what's her name? Minnie Driver, a young pre.
Great.
I think it's a pre Goodwill Hunting Minnie Driver.
I love a Surfside cast. I love it. I like live for it.
So I feel like you're gonna love this movie, especially the way they drink wine.
I appreciate the suggestion. I need more of that. It becomes an echo chamber, really. Like the movies, there's a lot to watch.
I've been into going like back and watching old stuff that I haven't watched in a long time, especially stuff that really makes me want to eat and drink and it's late.
Like what?
What is that Cher movie? I just watched it with,
Did you say Cher movie, Moonstruck?
Yes, Moonstruck.
Yeah.
Awesome movie.
I know where you're going.
Movie.
It does make you want to eat and drink.
Yeah.
It's good. Danny Aiello is underrated and amazing in that.
Yes.
And Nicolas Cage, fantastic. And obviously Cher. I think she won the Oscar for that, right?
She's gorgeous and wonderful in that.
She's pretty great. And God, who played her mother? She won the Oscar too.
Olympia
Dukakis.
Yeah. Oh my God! It was.
Have you seen Moonstruck, Sarah?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Yeah. I was going to say we're going to make you a list of shit.
But it's one of those ones that like I watched as an adolescent.
Right.
It deserves a rewatch as with adult eyes, I think. But I remember the premise being one that really struck me because I love a strong female.
And it's very much a play. Right. To watch it now, I hadn't watched it since, like where I was a kid or whatever. And then since having gotten into the theater and everything, and John Patrick Shanley is a fantastic playwright. And you're watching, you're like, first off, they could never make this movie today because it's a simple, fantastic story that, people get. But you're watching it, you can see like the act shift. You can see like where the audience would be. It's a play. But it's really a good one. Hey, Dave Mansueto.
Yeah.
What'd you think of that movie?
Which one?
Oh, either The Big Night and or Moonstruck.
Big Night is great because there's one shot at the end. My mom just noted that one. It's cool because you can watch them. They go to KFC.
Yeah, don't spoil it. Don't spoil it.
They eat a chicken sandwich, and it's 3.5 minutes of eating a chicken sandwich.
All right. Just stop, Dave. I don't want to spoil the ending.
Amazing.
But Mrs. Mansueto, yes, that is the reason I love the movie. I stopped myself when I was talking about Mark Anthony.
I got a new pro Italian male film because there's not enough of those. But this one's
My Big Fat Greek Wedding.
It's sort of. It's Mediterranean. But okay, here's one. Feast of the Seven Fishes is playing right now. It's a little indie flick.
The
it's
local
about
one.
Italian men. Yeah, shot in West Virginia. So there's lots of.
I was supposed to be in that.
Were you?
Yeah, I was supposed to be in that in the first incarnation of making it, and then when they remade it, I wasn't in it.
It's pretty good. It's pretty good.
Oh, it's good. It's good.
Feast of the Seven Fishes. It's on, but it's weird because, like, I mean, it sort of doesn't play in a way. I don't want to say anything. I enjoyed it.
It's dated.
I enjoyed it. There's a lot of West Virginia porn, like the hills and the houses, and so there's like loving shots of towns that look like West Virginia or Pittsburgh or whatever. Yeah. And there's lots of eating, and there's
what's another good eating movie?
I mean, I went back last year and started watching The Sopranos again, and you can't get through an episode and not want a cold cut. I mean, you're just like, fuck.
I've never seen The Sopranos.
Jordan.
I've never seen The Sopranos either.
Thank you, Sarah. But
now
you're
it's the best
in like company.
I don't think I can watch it with Pepper.
Who cares?
I don't think I want to watch it with a 2-year-old.
else.
I mean, she's already seen The Godfather 6 times, but like, and Rocky all the time. But like, I don't know if she's ready for The Sopranos.
Totally fine.
Okay, you're right. I need to get on The Sopranos. You know what else I haven't seen? The Wire.
Oh my God, really?
Yeah, I've never seen
It does
The Wire.
not make me want to eat, but it is a great show.
Yeah, I know. I'm just saying those are the two shows that when people find out that I've never seen, I didn't have cable in that era. I
Yeah.
didn't have a television when The Sopranos was on.
Yeah,
I didn't have a TV in my home.
I didn't watch it. I'd maybe seen a couple episodes. My dad was into it, but I watched it for the first time last year, and it was. I mean, it was also so dated. The fucking outfits are awesome.
Like I didn't have a TV. I would either go to the Sharp Edge or Bites and Brews to watch Sports Center and like games and shit. See that? All right, we got Heat on the Wire. Oh yeah.
I tried to save those buildings. It did not happen.
All right. All right. So, what are other movies? Like, this is actually. I'm just curious about this. What are other movies that are food related? Okay, The Big Lebowski and Pulp Fiction make them want to eat hamburgers. We did a combo with Bare Bones and Superior Motors, like 2 days before the pandemic shut everything down, where we showed Pulp Fiction and did food and drink pairings with the movie.
Wow.
So I would sit in the booth and ring a bell, and everyone would like take a bite of their sandwich or take a sip of their drink, and the servers would come periodically and drop shit off during the movie. We had 3 aisles somehow going with that. Yeah, we were going to do a series of movies like that. We were going to do 10 of them last year, and we did one.
How did it go though? Was it? I mean, that's.
It went fantastic. We sold out. We ended up. It was going to be like a Sunday afternoon thing.
Yeah.
And we sold out the first one in like 10 minutes.
Yeah.
And so we added a second one, and that sold out soon thereafter.
I would 100% go to something like that.
It was so cool because they did fantastic cocktails with it, and that that cheeseburger. That,
I mean, I don't
the
want
people
to
love.
like, and I'm sorry for anyone that this offends, but like when I'm at the movie theater, like when I watch a movie, I'm not just watching a movie. Like I have ADHD. I'm doing things. So like, to have a meal and like drinks and have those be of caliber, I would just be over the moon.
Yeah, it was good. Well, hopefully, it's probably going to be 2022 at this point because I'm not. Well, I'm going to try to squeeze a play in this year at some point if they'll have me, if they'll let me do one. They being the
world.
Yeah. Because as of right now, with the social distancing, we could do plays for 3 people. So if anybody knows anybody that wants to kick in like some large dollars to just have like private full productions of shows, like it would just be like like $1,000 a ticket. You know what I mean? Like just but only 3 of you can come, unless you're a family and you're already incubating together. Because then we can have 4. So anyway,
Soylent Green. Tommy's got a good one.
Tommy's Soylent Green. It's people, Dave.
Tara's also shouting out Babette's Feast.
Yeah.
Babette's Feast. Yeah. Okay.
That one.
I'm trying to think. I'm blank. The Lost Boys makes me love Chinese takeout. I love rice. I love to-go rice after watching The Lost Boys. I can't get over the friggin' maggots.
Oh. I mean, The Godfather.
Well, obviously, yeah.
That scene where he's making the sauce. Oh.
That actually.
Chef and grilled cheese is a big one.
What'd you say, sir?
The movie Chef and grilled cheese.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
That's
like
good.
I mean, grilled cheese and Tina's. I was always like grilled cheese research.
That's awesome.
Grilled cheese.
Yeah.
Yeah, but when he's making the sauce in that like when he puts in the wine and then he puts in the meatballs and the sausage and stuff, and the way he's telling it, it's fantastic. But my favorite part is when James Caan, who's playing Sonny Corleone, comes over and just rips off the heel of the bread and dips it in there and just keeps talking. I'm like, that's perfect. That's what makes, and it's not a mob movie, it's a family movie. That's what this movie's about. Anyway, so Parasite, very funny. Sarah, that's good. That's good. Sarah's shining it up. The Cook, the Thief, and the Lover.
And his wife and his lover, and her lover is good.
We thought about doing The Big Night as a movie to do with that, but all the food really hits in one scene, so we couldn't really space it out. With Pulp Fiction, we had like a milkshake, we had the burger, we had the pancake thing, we had this cocktail, everything to go that we had. we watched the movie like a million times, which was fun because like you go back into it, and then just to find like ooh, she said you're a chicken. Foie gras, not foie gras, but like, what I mean, like chicken liver pate.
Yeah.
Boom, get that out, like little stuff like that. So it was cool. So that'll be coming out. Wayne's World Donuts. Okay,
Oh,
Pete.
human centipede. Thank you. That's good. That
All
was
right,
his
this is good. All right, this is good. So this took a nice
like that,
positive
actually.
turn, and get that going there. So hey, did we ever do a poll, guys? Pete, Dave, did we ever do a poll? Pete's still muted. We didn't do a poll?
Pete's so muted. Dying.
We should just play snack snoring here. Kate, did you go anywhere else before I get off topic anymore?
No, I think that's it. I just ate that stuff. There he is, snoring.
That's good. Holidays is tough, but that's Impano. I'm so glad we got to talk about it. Oh, we're going to create a poll here.
Okay.
Sheets versus Wawa. What are you going back through the old polls? Okay.
There we go.
Oh, okay. We did have one.
We did. We had a troll poll. Pete worked really hard on it, and then he forgot about it.
Okay, so the Iron Sheik was very good. Share on Twitter is also quite good, but Twitter itself is the biggest Twitter troll.
Meta. It's meta. That was Jason. Jason with that one. Meta. Blowing your brain. Everybody, your brains are like.
That's good. So
The fish eats its tail.
Before we start wrapping things up, I do want to run something past Sarah, you specifically, and Kate, and see if you've changed. The cookie table versus Kurt Angle for our finals here.
We're asking like who would win in a fight. The cookie.
Not who would win in a fight, although that's something. It's just like more Pittsburgh. Like which is your thing there? This is our finale here. We have a thing. So basically we had a lot of well curated Pittsburgh things against each other, not realizing we would ever get to the end. And so like a couple weeks ago we had Michael Keaton versus the parking chair. You know what I mean? So it's been kind of like wild like that. We had like the phrase Kenny Woods Open versus Kurt Angle. Like those things happen. So it ended up coming down to like the cookie table beat the movie Striking Distance.
Okay.
Yeah. And Striking Distance beat the DeSero's Burger and so on, just to bring up some more Bloomfield for you. But yeah, beat me. Yes, Kurt Angle beat me in Batman. Apparently, that's what happened. That was a running joke that ran far too many.
Well, how many of you are there?
Oh, there's dozens. I'd rather not say exactly.
Men who haven't seen daylight in 3 months.
Police officers who haven't seen daylight in 3 months.
Dial it back, officer. The situation is unprecedented. Let's move away from this location and then call it in.
Right, let's go.
We'll take it from here. You stay and look after these folks.
It's so good. Yes. Hand over.
I died, but the joke just won't. And also, Dave, you got to use the updated list that I have you with the winners of all of these things.
I know. I keep losing it. You worked really hard.
I did.
Everyone should know that Patrick figured out this thing, this 60. Pete and I don't do sports. I don't want to speak for you, Pete. I don't want to paint you in a box. We don't know what sport. So Sweet 16, forget it. P. Jordan put it together. He slaved over it. And boom, now we're getting to the fruits of his loins and labor.
The fruit of my loins, folks. Vote now. So it's the cookie table versus gold medalist and WWE heavyweight champion of the world, Kurt Angle.
So what's the angle about?
Kurt Angle is from Pittsburgh, and he's a famous wrestler. He won a gold medal with a broken neck in the Olympics, probably in the 90s, then parlayed that into a professional wrestling career.
That's where the name Angle comes from?
His last name is Angle.
Oh, got it.
Like his given name is Kurt Angle. It's not like an angle for our thing, but it's spelled the same.
Got it.
So, and I'm sure you could make like his move should have been like the right angle.
45
Angle dangle or something.
Or the angle dangle or the right angle. Yeah, I mean we could any of the above. So it's basically
dangle. Did you just say that?
that's what Pete said. Yeah, that's always Pete said.
The dangle angle. That's what he puts you in. Is it the dangle angle? Oh, sorry, I'll stop.
Man, you were better on mute, buddy. I don't know what happened.
Dangle.
Do not mute yourself again, Pete. Stay with us. I don't want you to run. God damn it, Pete. We could see that. We could see the little microphone that's not there. So anyway, it's basically for total Pittsburgh dominance here. The most heated one was, I believe, Kurt Angle versus Michael Keaton, which was last week, and Kurt Angle just eked it out because his fans are diehard. So that's basically it. And there's the cookie table, which is a Pittsburgh OG.
Southwest Pennsylvania, I'd say.
Okay, absolutely.
I've been to some weddings, like the outskirts, and there are cookie tables.
I mean, I think the cookie table
You can take that down now.
The cookie table is spread. No, it's okay, Pete. It's like you took that Eye of the Tiger thing a little.
In your Pittsburgh area, it's Italian. Yeah, it's like a Italian. Yeah.
That picture of you with that cat is like it's like you're like the Katy Perry version of Eye of the Tiger, and not like the Survivor version of Eye of the Tiger from the Rocky movies. I think. That's pretty impressive, though.
It's so good.
I don't even know where that came from, and then it just appears here.
The ether. Dave Mansueto is
he's got fans. He gets fan mail. Pete does.
Of course he does. Look at him.
Bullshit.
Okay.
This was nice.
This was nice. This was very nice. We should probably start winding things up because we probably lost the feed on the show because of running that Batman clip.
I have another last minute plug.
Oh, okay. Please do. Yeah, tell me about it. Tell us about it.
Sorry, everybody, to take the stage, my talking stick. So very exciting. Everyone knows Alina, who works with me, who I'm, such a huge fan of, and she is responsible for something called the Pittsburgh Restaurant Workers Aid, PRWA. So Alina and Casey from the PRWA, myself, the guys from NEVA, which are the National Independent Venue Association. We've got some hot math people. We have Liz Berlin from Mr. Smalls, Amanda Schaffner from USBG, Sarah Inamorado, and a few other people that I'm not mentioning. But there's a group of us that are putting together a fundraiser to create a relief fund to pass out modest emergency cash grants to industry workers. And what's, I think, really so special about this particular drive is that it's not just restaurant and food and beverage focused. We're also focusing on nightlife venues. We're also, and Patrick, I'd love to talk to you about this after the fact, but we're also, working with nightlife in general in the way of the arts and the Ballet Theater and the symphony, and you're talking about where all of these things cross and how many of the people who are performers in our city are also work in the industry and all of it, and how this entire section of nightlife has really been affected by the pandemic, and where relief has not been coming in a government form.
Right.
Putting together a fundraiser to kind of give people the cash that they need to pay things off so that they can now, apply for unemployment. It's down to that type of stuff. So we are looking to launch the platform to receive donations starting mid-January. We're very much so in the planning stages, but the overall goal is to raise $250,000. And we're going to put together really special live streaming events, cooking shows, corporate happy hours, digital happy hours, cocktail partnerships. So there's a lot of different ways in which we're looking to raise money to help this industry. And we are currently looking for initial donators, donations
Gotcha.
if anyone's interested. So if you are interested in learning more about this or just are interested in general, all of that information will start to kind of come up on Tina's Instagram, Tina's website, which is also under construction. Bear with us, but kind of getting all of that together. But those are great places to kind of come together for information.
Yeah, that's amazing. Anything we can do to help out with that too.
Yeah, I would love to chat with you and kind of understanding how we can better include the arts side of things for the city. Now that we're kind of really much so in the planning stages, but we want to put together some really special and amazing curated events to extend to the community and to extend to people who have donated to us in this cause, because it's important to us. So.
Awesome. Yeah, I love that. Yeah. Thank you for doing that. That's fantastic.
Yeah. It's really nice. I will say that one of the silver linings of this, and to bring it back down to collaboration, is I think a lot of the industries who otherwise would never have crossed hairs are now starting to cross hairs. And I think that that's going to be something really special for the fabric of nightlife and the fabric of culture that is in our city. The more that we work together as a team, the more that we can really pull together some really cool things and really extend that to the community. So I'm excited to be working with these people. I'm excited to be working with them now on a weekly basis. I think there's going to be a lot of good that comes from it.
That's amazing. Hey, I think, Dave, let's see if you're still on your toes. I think that constitutes Sarah as a helper. So what does that mean, Dave?
He's cursing you out.
God damn it, there is!
So here at Alone Together Pittsburgh, we're looking for the helpers. When things started, we opened the show the day after Fred Rogers' birthday, Fred Rogers' birthday, the day after when we started this. And
he was my neighbor when I first moved to Shadyside. Literally.
Oh, seriously? That's amazing.
Yeah.
That's awesome. So when his line, look for the helpers, we're looking for the helpers. So basically we want to shine a light on anybody who's doing anything amazing like this to help a lot of people in the community. And I think this gets us back on the we're looking for helpers train. If you or somebody you know is a helper, we're looking for them. We want to have them on the show. Email us at alonetogetherpgh@gmail.com.
Snacks is the helper.
Snacks is a helper. Snacks has helped me through some shit. So Sarah, thank you for reinvigorating our search for the helpers.
I mean, yeah.
So Fred Rogers was your helper, was your neighbor, I mean.
Yeah, isn't that strange?
How close neighbor?
If I'm remembering, it was South Highlands Avenue. So, okay. And I was pretty drunk and young at that point in my life. So we never
just for like those years, like
yeah,
just like drunk and young. I'm sure Mr. Rogers is like, I'll pray for you. Like
I just feel like I wasn't caught. Like I don't think we were crossing hairs. Like my hours of like engagement with the streets of Shadyside were probably not his.
Understood.
Yeah.
I used to bag their groceries. For Mrs. Rogers, yeah, they shopped at my cousin's grocery store, which used to be Ruggieri's Food Shop on Northumberland, which is now, I think, a different grocery store on there, right next to the dry cleaner.
That is so cool.
Yes. I actually, I was actually on an episode of Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood.
Is that where your career started?
Essentially, because I was like, 4 or 5, and I almost screwed up the whole thing. There's me in Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood. That's a total. He's getting back at me for pulling out the Mr. Rogers thing right there. That is quick, Dave. This is your gold star day. Get your face on the screen with us.
Yeah, where are you, Dave? Show yourself.
Show yourself. It's amazing.
My pupils are huge. I'm in the dark. I'm staring at your pretty faces. My pupils are gigantic. I can't see anything. I got Vaseline on my eyeballs.
Anyway.
Good show, everybody.
Yeah, good show, everybody. Well, I want to thank everybody. Sarah Shaffer, thank you. Tina's. Everybody, check that out. Go to the website. I know it's under construction. Go to the place. Get some wine. Get some drinks. Get everything you need. And I need to get that. That Gruner's got my name all over it.
Please, yeah. It's a liter, so you can chug it.
I could chug it. I need 2 of those, maybe 3 of those. How many liters you got? I mean, a liter. Come on, that's nothing. What I need is I need like gallons. I need a gallon of Gruner.
About the liter is that and we've all been there, right? We've had friends over. We've got the bottle of wine, and you always want one more stinking glass. with a
Yeah, I
liter
think-
of that extra glass.
Magic.
Yeah, look how that
Yeah.
works.
They should just get rid of that and just have everything should just be liters. We should just throw the whole
Well,
system
we're
out the
gonna
window.
start carrying boxed organic biodynamic wine too. So that's like a new thing. I know boxed wine is really like, for instance,
It's a
my
mouthful.
sister. I love my sister. She loves the Boda box, and I get it. And I'm like, okay, well, let's just bring in biodynamic boxed wine for our boxed wine lovers.
So,
Yeah,
see, Kate's really into Franzia in the box.
That's cold, Patrick. That's cold.
It's better cold, Dave. Actually, if you put it in the refrigerator, it is much better cold. So I'll leave you with that. I want to say thank you to everybody. Remember, take care of each other. These are trying times. You don't know what people are going through. Everybody's going through some shit. Kid gloves at 6 foot distance. Wear a mask, and don't forget what Sally Wiggin would tell you.
When I walk out and there's someone without a mask and they come too close to me, I'm just racked with fear, and then I want to punch them in the face.
So no one says it better than her. Thank you guys. We're going to get through this week. We're going to get through next week. We made it through last year. We're going to get through this one too. Let's stick together. Thank you for being alone together with us. And Bunny Cam, how's Bunny doing?
She left.
Okay. All right. Shit. All right. So we didn't have the cute dog off. But
Not
anyway,
a fan of the big night. Not a fan, Bunny. Nope.
Wait, what's the bunny cam?
Oh, we have. We just started it last night, so it's not like it's been there for a while. But Pete's dog Bunny, we just put usually Bunny just kind of lays there, so Pete just put a camera on her.
She's kind of like Snacks. She just sleeps the whole time during the show. But
Is she on your poncho?
No, she's
No,
not on his drug rug. No.
Okay.
Is that your drug rug or is that just your blanket?
that's just a blanket.
Got it. Okay. Yeah, dude, that's awesome.
She was laying there, and then as soon as the show started, she got up and left. She's like, I'm out.
Well, I tell you what, I want to thank you all for sitting through my 5th goodbye for the night. We're out of here for real this time. So thank you all. Buy local if you can. And don't forget to check out. Oh, yeah. And like I said before, Farm to Table PA. Buy fresh, buy local. Take it easy, guys. Let's let Snacks sleep us out.
I want to give them this shit. Anyways.